light of recent events, I think it's necessary that we reveal to Dr. Petrovich who you really are. From what you told me, I'm convinced that he has absolutely nothing to do with this situation. Send Dr. Petrovich in, please.
If it's with here as Dr. DeMarco is somehow connected with the murders, then Dr. Petrovich would be most helpful.
Dr. Petrovich.
Mr. Holman. Dr. Porter, it's a surprise seeing you here.
Good to see you, Doctor.
Sit down, won't you, Doctor?
Thank you.
What we discuss here, gentlemen, must remain in the confines of this room. This is a very delicate situation. We are concerned with the mutilation murders that have occurred over the past 6 months. We have reason to believe that these are somehow related to the work that you and Dr. DeMarco were doing. Consequently, you are not above suspicion. Dr. Porter here, who's worked with you for the past 2 months, is in fact one of our agents. I'm sorry, Doctor, but putting a man in your lab, gain your confidence, is essential to us in confirming your loyalty. Because, you see, Doctor, we are asking for your help.
As you can see, I took the liberty of bringing in some of the experimental work from the lab. Now, you know Dr. DeMarco and the extent of his work better than anyone. I would like you to explain to Mr. Holman here the theories that you and Dr. DeMarco had developed on vital organ implants and thought wave transmission.
Well, gentlemen,
Pardon me, Doctor. There's someone else I want to hear this. Would you have Chuck Edwards come in, please?
Chuck?
Yes, I've asked him to come in on this case. Oh, Chuck, you know Eric, of course.
Good to see you, Chuck.
Eric, how are you?
So this is Dr. Petrovich.
Well, Doctor, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a great deal about your work.
Thank you.
Well, please continue, Doctor.
First of all, I'd like to say that all of this is somewhat of a shock, but naturally, I'm prepared to give you all the help I'm able.
Doctor, why don't you start with the explanation of the experiments you and Dr. DeMarco were working on at the time he was dismissed from the Aerospace Research Center?
Well, let me go back a little first. As you know, we've had blood banks and eye banks for years, and more recently, liver, kidney transplants. Heart-lung machines are being universally applied. Open heart surgery is common practice. Now, Dr. DeMarco had developed a rudimentary mechanical heart. But more important, at the time of his dismissal, he was deeply involved in thought wave transmission through radio frequencies.
Which has obvious applications in the advance of our man in space program.
Yes, imagine feeding information from computers into the brain of a man in orbital flight.
Now you see, Chuck, why I want you in on this case. Foreign government might be deeply interested in obtaining this information. Chuck is in our subversives division. Oh, incidentally, Chuck, how are you doing with those leads?
All right. Looks like the nightclub's a meeting place. I should get some useful information. If I don't turn into a lush first. Doctor, what exactly do you mean by this thought wave transmission?
Well, here, let me demonstrate. Now, this is a rather primitive device, and we must assume that by now Dr. DeMarco has developed something more sophisticated. The two protrusions are miniaturized transistor radio receivers. As I vary the wavelength frequency of the oscillator, watch the reactions on the brain. You see, there's a definite response.
So what you're saying is, Doctor, that one man's thoughts can be transmitted to another man's brain and that man will respond to it?
Exactly. In this way, knowledge from the minds of our top astrophysicists, aerospace medical scientists, neurosurgeons, could be combined and projected into the receiving device of a quasi-man in interplanetary spaceflight.
Quasi-man? You mean a sort of a zombie?
Well, it's not exactly scientific terminology, but it would be close to the truth.
Well, what else would you call a man with a synthetic electrically driven heart, a stainless steel mesh stomach, plastic pancreas, cellulose liver, and to mention a few things for a starter?
Incredible.
Not for a minute. And Dr. DeMarco was working on a silicon treatment of the skin, which would make it impervious to micrometeorites.
Now, wait a minute. If this DeMarco and his experiments were so advanced, then why was he dismissed?
Well, when a man doesn't know the difference between an experiment on an Air Force officer and a cadaver, well, I think it's time to drop him from the team.
Look, it's been in these past 6 months that these peculiar murders have taken place. Now, we theorize it is not purely coincidental.
Doctor, there's no need for me to tell you how much we need and appreciate your cooperation. Let me remind you, gentlemen, everything said here is classified. We must continue our investigations undercover.
There he is.
Well,
I have it.
sit down.
Good evening. May I bring you a drink, sir?
Of course. Brandy, please.
Yes, sir.
The recorder, please. Where's the tape? Foolish. The matter of money first, then the tape. Pay him one. One moment, please.
There we are.
There were some complications, some additional expenses. I find the original price insufficient.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to change our deal?
Well, there were some risks that require more compensation. I need more money.
Why, you? How much?
Double.
Give it to him one. Now the tape.
As agreed. With your kind permission, I will take my leave now. Good night.
Rancho, prepare for a 10.2 memory extraction. Rancho, have the blood exchanger ready. We must get the patient into the thermal freeze vault before cellular deterioration takes place. Now, Rancho, we're ready for the extraction. We must be sure of total degaussing of the circuits. We relieve his motor movements and his memory. He'll use them again. A 10.6 would erase every vestige of memory from the patient's brain. He would lose mobility. He'd be totally helpless. A vegetable, so to speak. A 10.2 would leave his motor movements in the retention cells. His brain may call on them again. Now, Francho, replace the degauss circuit in the programmer. Then reset the programmer at exactly 10 and 2/10 seconds. This time we must not fail to remove the emotional characteristics. Our only hope of recovering our original creation is to be sure that this brain is a pure calculating machine. Now, 20,000 volts and 500,000 cycles, and we're ready. Now. Done, Francho. We will add this circuit to the memory bank until we can effect an exchange with the first Astro Man. One day we'll be able to fill the memory bank with the most brilliant minds in the world, preserved forever for the benefit of mankind, to call on them for their knowledge. Quickly now, Francho. The blood exchanger. Get him into the thermal freeze vault. If we are to preserve the patient until we can complete the synthetic heart transplant, there must be absolutely no cellular decomposition whatever. We must move quickly now. thermal control unit on circuit number 9.
Dr. Porter.
Where do you get this Dr. Porter bit? Listen, it's after 5 o'clock, right? My name's Eric, remember?
Would you believe a pinch on the nose?
Would you believe a pinch on...
Eric!
The young are never satisfied with anatomical experiments on plastic models.
Oh, you're quite right, Doctor. Now, never inhibit the inquisitive mind.
Or the investigative hands.
Inquisitive investigation is sometimes best done undercover. Well, my dear, what do you think?
That's very nice, Doctor. But I think it's time for you to go home.
Yes, I am tired.
Go on. I'll finish up. I'll help you, Lynn. No, that's all right. You and Casanova have a date.
Chuck's buying us dinner at the carriage house. You know something? I think he's hooked on the dancer.
Oh, really?
Come on. See you at 2 in the morning.
Good night.
Thanks, hon. There's one I owe you. Good night.
Good night, my dear. Don't stay late.
I won't.
It is possible, therefore, to control the Astro Man remotely with thought wave transmissions. All synthetic mechanisms would respond as though human. Take this heart, for example. Not human, solely a product of the laboratory, yet functioning with power from solar energy. You'll notice the heartbeat is uninterrupted.
Dr. Porter?
The one on the left.
And the girl?
She's an assistant, Dr. Petrovich.
Who's the other man?
Hey, how many guesses do you want? Come on.
What did I tell you? Is she terrific? I love that chick.
Oh, it's a great idea.
I'm jealous.
Oh, I love you too. Why do you have to get me in trouble all the time?
Well, it's your girlfriend.
She's with two others, Porter and another man.
You are to observe only. Then leave the club before you're seen.
If you don't mind, I'm most anxious.
But I do mind. You are to leave now. Return here immediately.
Spacassi called.
109.
Come on, boy. It's gonna cost you $10, buddy, I think.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
hold on, pal. Hold on. You watch this now. Just keep your eye on it.
Now what?
Yeah, just hold on. Hold on. It's gonna be all right. That $10 is mine. Gotta be careful now.
Kidding.
Easy money. Easy money.
Boy, at least you can buy me a drink.
Here you are.
And her, too.
Chuck. Oh, Chuck. Do you find the study of anatomy interesting?
That's my favorite of all studies.
Well, like Dr. Petrovich said, we're undercover men.
Yeah.
Mike. Mike. Mike.
And you can see much better inside. I'm sure he's not alone.
Tell us about it, friend.
You guessed right.
Who's it trying to put on? CIA.
Who are you? Come on. Who are you? Kill him.
Why?
I said kill him! Don't you ever question my orders again. And get rid of him.
All right, hold it right there.
Rancho. See, we must utilize a solar energy storage cell. Otherwise, anytime there's no light, there's no heartbeat. With the storage cell continuing the flow of current, the pump works uninterruptedly. You see, part of the electricity generated by the solar batteries is held in reserve until required. The cell operates on any source of light, the sun or even man-made light. Rancho. These are the receivers that will relay the knowledge from the memory retention cell into the brain of the transplant. You see, these are tuned to a pre-designated frequency cycle beamed from the transmitter.
There is no question in my mind, gentlemen. Mike Weber and Thompson were onto something. We will continue a thorough search of the apartment building and the surrounding area. Not many leads, but what we've got is interesting.
It's my fault. I should have been there with Mike.
Now, wait, Chuck. You can't be all things to all people. You can't blame yourself.
Oh, look, man, let's not try kidding each other. There's no one in this line of work who doesn't know the possible consequences. Remember, this is a team effort. Each man must perform in the area assigned to him. Chuck, without your play, we wouldn't have this dossier. Oh, this came over the teletype from Washington this morning. Our hit-and-run victim turns out to be a very interesting person. Sergio Damagian, alias Sergio Damaski, alias Count Sergei Demas. Born Budapest, 1919. Schooled Royal Academy. Served briefly with 2nd Cavalry. Joined Young Officers Revolt, 1952. Tried, convicted, sentenced 2 years. Served 6 months, escaped. Joined party, took part in Budapest riots, recruited as an apparat, and attached to Istanbul in 1957. Minor cloak and dagger work, service Paris, 1966. Suspected assassin of Emile Bordeaux, the nuclear physicist. Disappeared, service Mexico 8 months ago. That's the last we have on him.
He sounds like a busy man.
How do you figure the tie-in?
Well, this is a list of the men who attended the Astro Science Conference just 2 weeks before DeMarco was dismissed. Take a look at those names.
Nicholas Heinrichs, Dr. Neville Huntington, Count Sergei Demas.
Coincidence? Not very likely. Has Dr. Petrovich come in yet?
He's waiting.
Oh, good. Have him come right in. Now, if Petrovich can match the name on this list, the picture in that dossier, that, Eric, is our tie-in. Oh, good morning, Doctor. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good morning, gentlemen.
I'll come right to the point. Doctor, you presided over an Astro Science Conference several months ago. This is a list of the men who attended that conference. Do you think you could remember the face of every man on that list?
Well, I remember Dr. Marcus, Nico Boswick. I know Park Gilden well. Yes, probably.
It's my understanding, Doctor, that these men were carefully screened by security.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you remember this man?
Yes, I remember the face. Quiet man. He stayed to himself. As I recall, he's one of the few that never took notes. Why do you ask?
We asked, Doctor, because that man was found dead in front of the nightclub, a hit-run victim.
Now, I'm certain that subversive elements have in their possession very important information.
There's got to be a direct connection between this information and the murders.
Are you trying to say that someone has been successful in creating an Astro Man?
Exactly. If you'll forgive me, Doctor, recall the nature of Lynn's murder at the lab. The missing vital organs.
You mean DeMarco?
Well, if not DeMarco, something created by him, something with a demented mind?
Of course. The only brains Dr. DeMarco could use in his experiments were those of dead criminals.
Now, would we know who these men were?
Oh, yes, certainly, from the records in the pathology lab. Or from Janine. She was his assistant. She'd remember all of them.
Chuck, get those records. I have an idea.
Who's a fool? You done the killing.
Yes, and don't you forget it. Now shut up and listen.
Not only have I found a way electronically to reactivate deceased body cells, but I've also developed blood that is impervious to infection and disease and possesses the latent quality of instant coagulation. For example, this synthetic fluid has the ability to feed body cells and keep them functioning as if in a living being.
Police arriving at the scene reported several shots at point-blank range had no effect on the suspect, and no traces of blood were found. seems our Dr. DeMarco has succeeded in creating a subservient zombie. Not someone who questions orders. This is something my government must have.
If DeMarco is transmitting program information like the tape says, and we know the frequency of that radio transmission, we'll find DeMarco's lab with an RF direction finder.
Well, let's not waste any more time.
Could it be done any other way?
It's the only way. It's the only way possible, believe me.
Here, Janine, these are the pathology records. Take a look at them.
Is it possible any one case had a special meaning to you?
Yes. There's a certain look men get before they die. First saw it when I was ward nurse, and then again when I became Dr. DeMarco's assistant.
One of those in the records?
Yes. One night, Dr. DeMarco had a call from the hospital. They had a man who had been shot by the police, and he had only a short time to live. Dr. DeMarco thought we might be able to freeze some vital organs immediately after the moment of death. So we rushed over. I'll never forget the look on that man's face just before he died. It was a fixed, frightening, almost hypnotic stare.
You know something? Holman's plan might work.
I think it will. Now listen, my dear. We're convinced that Dr. DeMarco has created an Astro Man with a defective brain. Now, if it's the brain of the man you've just described, it would explain why he returned to the lab.
And murdered Lynn.
Do you mean he was looking for me?
Possibly.
We feel he'll attempt to return to the lab, if he has a reason.
I see. Oh, you mean you want me to act as bait?
Honey, Chuck and I will be right outside the door.
When?
Tonight.
I lay down a grid on the city map by driving the RF finder on a northerly to southerly direction, then cross-cutting its east to west. We'll cover a large amount of the city all at once.
What makes you think it works?
Listen, friend, I know my business. Now, we'll set up the frequency selector to pick up only those frequencies transmitted over 100,000 cycles. That way we'll black out all the commercial radio and television stations.
Excellent. Where do you suggest we start?
Oh, I think the Woodland Hills area has a height advantage. We can cover the eastern part of the city in a minimal amount of time.
I don't like the risk.
You let me worry about the risk. What kind of car did you get this time?
The car's no problem.
Did you change the plates?
Of course.
Good. Let's get started.
Now, Franco, the time has now come to test our new brain. We must feed this memory circuit through the emotional quotient rectifier to determine if there's any residual impurity. I've introduced into the console the electrolytic limiters, which should disallow interference with the program patterns functioning within the body mechanism. Actuate the heart circuit. Excellent. Before we can recall our first creation, we must attempt to override his emotional index by stepping up the voltage and transmission frequency. It's obvious the voltage and frequency boost will not affect an override. Francho, remove number 9 from the thermal freeze casket. Prepare him for brain transfer and total astromobilization.
All right, now, Janine, you know what to do. The main thing is now to look busy here. Come on, sit over here. Take a look at some slides, do something anything you'd normally do in the lab. Now, this is important. You've got to show yourself out this window every now and then.
Pardon me for being nosy, but where do you suppose he'll come in?
Honey, we don't know, but don't worry about it. You won't take a breath in here we won't know about.
Yeah, that looks like about it. Janine, good luck, honey.
Picking up a signal from that direction.
sounds like she's keeping busy.
We should be able to see her by the window. Something? Doesn't look like it's going to work, huh? Come on, I'll drive you home. Well?
How about some coffee? Or a drink?
Sounds pretty good. Come on.
There are lights.
It's got to be a fuse. Everybody else has lights. Got a flashlight?
No, I don't.
I have one in the car and I'll check the fuse box. Be right back. Honey, are you all right?
Yes.
Eric Porter, put me through to Holman right away. Holman, I'm at Janine's apartment. The Astroman tried to attack her. Now look, I knocked off what might be his power source. It looks like a storage cell or something. I don't know. No. He got away. Look, he grabbed my flashlight, shined it on what looks like photocells stuck in his forehead. Now look, if Petrovich is right, he's got to head back to DeMarco's lab. Can you get Chuck to converge all available vehicles in the area? We're bound to pick up his trail somewhere. Right. And please call me back. You all right? Easy now.
Put it over there. Sure, this is the place.
Let's go.
No, you're mistaken. Only I will go.
Terrace. What is this?
She knows. Now that we have found Dr. DeMarco's lab, my information is complete.
I knew I was right about you.
Yes, there are other governments whose agents pay a higher price than yours.
As always, Faros, you're a fool.
I have taken out any more from you. I'm sorry, Juan. You must go, too.
I should have killed you before. But you may have the pleasure, Juan.
We're friends.
Friendly enough to kill. Tyrus, my friend, we must part company. Tyrus. He was never any good at picking with winners.
Let's go. We must not keep Dr. DeMarco waiting.
Rancho, come here. Your own experiments will have to wait. I require your assistance in more important work. Hand me the circuit fuser. Fusion from the solar energy cells to the nerve centers is now complete. You see, Francho, the degree of photosensitivity is very important. In addition to the reception of all artificial light, or the activation of the heart pump, these photoelectric cells also polarize sunlight for assimilation and storage of the excess in the battery pack. Now, set the heart flow valve on the pump to 5 and the induction coil to 0.2 amps. We must effect a brain transplant while the body is still in a semi-cryogenic state. Another failure would be disastrous.
Yes, it would.
Who are you?
That's our business.
How did you get here?
Juan is very adept in your field of electronics, Doctor. With the proper equipment, it was quite easy for us to pick up your radio transmissions.
What do you want?
Your knowledge.
My knowledge would be useless to you.
That is for us to decide.
We are aware of your experiments, Doctor. We know that you have succeeded in creating an Astro Zombie.
How did you know that?
The recent murders, the news description of the suspect, and a tape of your lecture at the Astro Science Conference.
Yes, he's the only complete astromobilization I've been able to effect to date. Unfortunately, however, not totally successful. The only brain available to me at the time was that of a psychopathic killer. But I have prepared a new Astro Man.
And who is this man?
Francho, my assistant. Able, loyal, and unfortunately mute.
Fortunate for him.
We just completed the photocell test and we're about to activate the heart system.
By all means, proceed.
What's happened to you? Crancher, get a chair and help him to the Energizer. My power cell is gone.
Lock all the doors.
Honey, I'm going with you.
I need saving for you in the car. Now, please go back.
I don't want to be alone.
All right, come on. Now, you stay right here and don't move.
All right, hold it!
There's to destroy it.
No, you must not. You must find a way to control him.
There is no way. We must destroy him. Then we can complete mobilization of the second Astro Man, whose brain is morally pure.
No. I am Satana. You must obey my commands. Kill them. I said kill!
Horrible.
Well, there you have it. Marco's genius didn't get him very far.
Well, as Dr. Petrovich said, there is one basic element of human life that can never be removed. The emotions.
Thank God for that.